So let me welcome you to maths activities, maths activity areas. One of the units in the activity areas in the diploma ECD group. This is basically a unit that covers us through the concepts of mathematics, how best or how easy to teach maths in the presentation of mathematical concepts in the best way. You realize that this unit is, in some institutions, is combined with science, math, stroke science activity areas, because the teaching techniques relate a lot. They are similar, and in essence, the methodology of teaching maths and science is very, very close, especially in preschool and the lower levels of teaching. So I'll go straight away to some of the areas that you're supposed to discuss about, the areas where we are meant to discuss in this particular unit, running from September through to November on the online teaching platform. We are going to look at definition of terms. We are going to basically define terms related to maths, which you'll also do in this particular unit or this particular session. We're going to look at the nature and scope of mathematics in ECDE. We're also going to look at objectives of mathematics or objectives of teaching mathematics in ECDE. We're also going to look at the importance of maths in life. Why is maths important in life? You're going to look at theories of learning, the most common theories of learning, and why we should know some of these theories and how best they help us. You're going to look at mathematics concepts, skills, and activities. You're going to look at principles of teaching mathematics. You're going to also have a look at methodologies or methods and activities for teaching and enhancing acquisition of the skills and concepts of mathematics. We're going to look at the teaching and learning materials for mathematics. And then the last thing is you're going to look at assessment tools for children achieving in mathematics or achievements in mathematics. So these are some of the areas you're going to be looking at. If you find this copy or this textbook, it's what I'm using. A simple read. If you can purchase it out there, it's also good. It's about 240 shillings at any bookshop. So mathematics, we are going to start off by looking at definition of terms. And in the definition of terms, you're looking at terms in relationship to mathematics. The first one is you are going to look at is mathematics. It is the science of numbers, quantity, space, and interrelationships. So very important that you take note of that. The science of numbers, quantities, space, and interrelationships. The next thing is numbers. So numbers are units belonging to a mathematical system used for counting, measuring, ordering, and labeling. A number is a concept of quantity that is derived from a single unit. Every number occupies a unique position in a sequence, enabling us to count or enabling counting to take place. So that is what a number is. Basically a concept of a quantity in a sequence of digits. Numerals refers to symbols or a group of symbols used to express numbers, numerals. They are conventional symbols. They are conventional symbols that represent numbers, numerals. So you can have the Roman numerals, you can have the italic numerals, you have the English, like that. So all those are numerals. Then mathematical operations. These are methods of manipulating numbers and number systems that require to acquire a particular results. Mathematical operations. So here we're talking about subtraction or take away or removing, as we'll call it in the lower levels of teaching. We're talking about addition, or adding or putting together. The lower levels again at the ECD level. We're talking about multiplication. We're also talking about dividing, which concepts go from grade 3, grade 2, 3 upwards. We'll begin discussion of the such like operation. Then the place value denotes a series in which successive digits represents a successive power of base. For example, 312, the digit 312, like this one. The digit 312, you may be seen upside down. For that digit, 3 represents hundreds, 1 represents tens, and 2 represents ones. So it is very important that we understand the place value. You'll also be teaching it as you move upwards. You increase to even 10,000 and hundreds of thousands, but that concept again must move successfully in a particular way. You don't lump all those ideas together. Then volume, this refers to the magnitude of the three-dimensional space enclosed within and occupied by an object. The amount of space occupied by a body as measured in the dimension expressed in cubic units. That's volume. The capacity is the maximum amount that something can hold or absorb. The capacity. Then speed is the measurable period during which an option, process, or condition exists and continues. The speed. It can be the act or quality of acting or moving fast. It can also be the rate at which objects move. That is speed. Then you have time. It's a continuous passage of existence over past events. It also refers to all the activities. Time refers to all the activities and years of the past, present, and future. Then we have others like attribute. An attribute is the characteristic or feature of an object, such as color, shape, weight, or number of sides. Then we have the one-to-one correspondence, means linking a single number name with one object and only one at a time. One-to-one correspondence. So 2 plus 2 is equals to 4. So the 2 plus 2 is one side of the correspondence, 4 is the other side of the correspondence. You use a lot of this when you're teaching, especially at the preschool level. Then the spatial sense, we have others like spatial sense, you'll see them in the notes, means the children's awareness of themselves in relationship to the people and objects around them. It includes knowing the boundaries, arrangements, and positions, the spatial sense. So it's very important, even as is when you teach the children around us. Then the number sense is the ability for children to realize the numbers, ways of representing numbers and relationships among numbers. So those are some of the issues that we'll be looking at even when we discuss these mathematical concepts and mathematical activities throughout our lessons or units. Next lesson, we'll begin on the nature and scope of mathematics in ECDE. What is basically the nature and scope of maths, and what should you know about teaching mathematics at the diploma level of ECD class. So thank you so much.